So did my E36 pass or fail its MOT?
So recently I bought a BMW E36 which has been left to sit and rot in a car graveyard. And the crazy thing about it is that it's only done 600 miles in the past 4 years.
Will it start? This thing is very low. So we've managed to get it fully serviced and also ready for an MOT, but in order to properly get into this project we need to get it home, and in order to get it home it needs an MOT.
So the question is, did it pass the MOT?
Of course it did. Get in! It feels so good to finally get this thing home.
So we're not going to hang around, we're just going to get straight into this. So first of all we're going to remove all the spare parts, strip the car and then give it a good clean. And out comes the rear bench and the passenger door card, which was basically falling off anyway. And with those done, it's now time to remove the front seats. And that is the face of someone who's just realised they've got their work cut out. And then on to removing the rear seat belts and seats. Ocean view from the highest peak. I'm complete. Oh, I want this to stay. Please don't go away. Yeah. Sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, about to get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. And with that all done, we're then going to tackle the headliner and all the seating components and trims.
Oh dear.
And yeah, that did make me laugh. And if you're wondering why I'm stripping quite a lot of the car, I'll explain a little bit later on, but I just thought it was best to strip it all out, give it a good clean, and then go from there.
Okay, so that is pretty much everything stripped out for now, and as you can tell, yeah, it's a bit of a mess. I've found loads of interesting things in it, and also someone clearly liked Werther's Originals, whoever owned this, so that's going to be interesting to clean up. But yeah, it's a little bit hanging. I've also noticed a bit of rust in the boot over there. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, there's a little bit of rust in over there and also over there. But that's fine. Nothing that me and Steve can't do in the near future. So we'll get that done. And I've also taken off the armrest, the handbrake gaiter, and also the gear gaiter because VPEX Trims, who are the guys that did my M140i interior, have kindly said that they're happy to retrim some of this interior. So that's going to be pretty cool. And they're also going to do the steering wheel as well. But obviously I need to leave the steering wheel to a very last minute because I need to drive the car between now and then. But look at what a mess I've made. There is so many parts absolutely everywhere. Like, go around here, there's bits over here as well. The driveway is just covered.
So now the car's all stripped out, I think it's time we give it a much needed clean. Now buying this E36 was a bit of a risk.
But then again, when you're buying any used car, there's always going to be an element of risk.
But luckily, there's something you can use called Car Vertical, which will help you avoid buying a car with hidden damage. So if we take a look at the report for my E36, you can see it's not been stolen, there's no mileage discrepancies, there's also no outstanding finance, and it has never been in the crash.
So if you scroll down, you can also see specs about the car and also a full vehicle timeline with everything that's happened, whether or not it's had an MOT failure or whether or not it's had an owner change or a plate change. It shows you everything. And what's also pretty cool is you can actually save the reports now.
Now Car Vertical is a used car history check which gathers data from over 35 countries. All you need is the registration or the VIN number and it will create a full in-depth report of the vehicle. So an example of a bad report is this BMW E46, and as you can tell it's green ticks all the way around apart from damage, and if you scroll down you can actually see the crash damage photos from the auction site. And yeah, this is probably a car to avoid. So whether or not you or someone you know is buying a used vehicle, make sure they check it out using Car Vertical, and if you click the link in the description down below and use code BB10 you can get 10% off. Thank me later. So now I'm just going to go around the interior and give everything a good wipe. And now onto the windows, and then clean the rear door cards. And then once they were clean, I put them back in.
So cool, there we go, that is the whole interior all clean. I've also put in like the rear door cards as well. It's not perfect by all means, but I think in order to get it perfect, I'll have to use a wet vac, but I'll probably do that when we get the seats out again in the future, because I'm sure they'll be coming out pretty soon. But yeah, if you have a look in the boot as well, it's, as I said, it's not perfect, but it's so much better than it was. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and give this a proper clean when we've done a few of the repairs in the boot. We've got to fix that hole down there. We've also got to fix a bit of rust in there as well. So when we've done all that, we can then give it a proper clean and put the trophy back.
And the final thing we're going to do in the interior for now is put the front seats back in. And just like that, the interior is looking so much better. You would never even think it's the same car.
Right, so I'm now down at basically my new home, Hatton Engine Motorsport, because we are going to fit a new rocker cover gasket to the E36, because in the last video we noticed that the spark plugs were covered in oil, and also we got some new tyres for the car. So I just want to say a massive thank you to Tyre Streets UK for hooking us up with some tyres for the E36 and also the Audi.
Tyre Streets UK offer tyres for use on the road, track, drifting, off-roading and more. Just simply visit their website and enter your tyre size requirements and they'll be at your door next day thanks to their free next day delivery. And the best thing is, if you're not happy with your purchase, you can return them for a refund thanks to their ride and return policy. More on that on their website. And the tyres are a fantastic price, and even better, you can use code BB5 for 5% off your order, and they're going to be supporting the channel from now on, so please do check them out using the link in the description.
Now the tyres they sent out for the E36 are some semi-slicks called the Accelerers 651 Sports, and apparently, according to my mate Matt, these are very, very good out on track because he has them on his M240i and he rant and raves about them, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're like on the E36.
Okay, so we're going to get cracking with the rocker cover gasket, and when I say we, more like Steve, because we're opening the top of the engine, I didn't want to risk anything, so I thought I'd rather let Steve do it and I'll sit back and watch and learn. So first we need to remove the engine cover, and to do that you need to remove the oil cap, and also there's two screws on top that need undoing. And then we're going to go ahead and unscrew all the coil packs, disconnect them from the electrical connectors and pull them out. And then we need to remove the wiring loom for the coil packs. I'm sure it has a name, but I'm not sure what it is. And now it's time to actually remove the rocker cover itself, and there's a load of bolts all the way around to do that. And then once all those are unscrewed, you can carefully lift it out. And this is the state of mind. It is absolutely terrible.
Right, so we got the rocker cover off, and yeah, it was definitely needing a change, because that's what it should be like a rubber gasket for the spark plugs, but yeah, they're just breaking as if it's like solid plastic, so...
Not been changed in many years.
No, I don't think it's probably never been changed.
No, probably not.
So now we're going to go ahead and put it in Steve's parts cleaner and scrub it with a brush with a load of degreaser.
Right, what you got to be careful with this stuff is that if there's any rubber seals or anything else left in here, this will eat them away. So you've got to be careful. Although it eats all the grease away well, it'll also eat away any rubber you've got in there, so you've got to be careful not to leave seals in place.
Then we're going to leave that in some degreaser so it can break up all the dirt. So whilst that's soaking, we can then crack on with the tyres, and we'll come back to that a little bit later on.
I didn't expect it to go. I thought it'd be seized on.
So I've fit a couple of tyres in the past, but I'm still far from good at it. But I'm always willing to give it a go, learn and get better at it. And that's what it's all about, giving things a go, learning and having fun at the same time.
First time.
But I just want to use this time to say thank you to Steve at Hatton Engine Motorsport for allowing me to do this work at his garage. Remember, if you need anything from tyres to full engine rebuilds and you live in the Cornwall area, Steve is your guy. I'll leave all the information down below. So when I fit the last set of tyres, I don't remember it being this hard, but to be fair, Steve did say these are quite hard tyres to fit, so cut me some slack. But I guess enjoy the montage of me struggling. Oh.
What was that?
I'm trying to get it.
Sorry, Steve, you just stand there.
I am.
All my weight on that.
Oh no.
Oh no, I clipped it wrong. I give up.
That was 15 minutes.
I'll show you a cheat way of doing it.
Go on. I hate you. What I'll do is I'll just edit it to make it look like you took ages. Ideal. I can't believe that took you half an hour.
Well done, Brett. That was incredible.
I'm so glad you let me do it all on my own.
I didn't think you were going to be able to do that in the end.
Such a good job, didn't I?
You did.
Right, so the tyres all now done and it's back onto the rocker cover gasket, and yeah, it's now all cleaned out. We've degreased it, we've cleaned it all up, and it looks so much better. There's a little bit of staining in there, but unless you really get a new one, you can't really get that out. Everything is really nice and clean. So yeah, time to put it back on. Right, so Steve's just finishing up the rocker cover gasket, and whilst he does that, I thought I'd just explain what is behind me. So this is Steve's race car that he actually raced at the Watergate Hill Climb like last weekend.
9.23, 2.09, 64 foot time, 83 miles an hour through the speed trap.
Tell he's trying a bit. Yeah, but the car's not quick enough.
So if we take a look inside, you can see it's pretty stripped out and it stinks of race car. But yeah, he did the whole roll cage himself, welded it all, painted it all, put the seat in, everything you see. And he also taught me how to flock a dash. So that maybe that's something we do in the 36. But yeah, it's still a work in progress. There's a lot of things to do, but it was a very last minute job, and we managed to just about get it all sorted for the hill climb, and he actually managed to come first in his class. So yeah, definitely worth it.
But yeah, I have some news. So Steve, obviously you've seen him in all my videos, he is actually going to start uploading again on his YouTube channel, which he made in 2006. I was 5 years old when he uploaded his first YouTube video, which is absolutely crazy. We are going to be making some YouTube videos on his channel very, very soon. So what I'll do is I'll leave all the information down below so you can go check out the channel. Please do subscribe. Yeah, there should be content coming very, very soon on all different things. It literally could be events, it could be this car, it could be any car, and yeah, it's going to be a bit of fun. Go check it out and drop a subscribe. So Steve finished up the rocker cover gasket, and then we checked for any leaks, and luckily everything was all good. So we can now drop the car back down and torque up the wheels. And then finally we're going to put on some new wiper blades. So this is pretty much where I'm going to wrap up the video, but I do have a quick question. And the question is, which direction do I want to take the E36? Do I either go back to genuine OEM Plus and put all the genuine stuff back in again and maybe retrim certain bits and just make an OEM Plus build? Or do we go like a Club Sport / track spec build? Now, if we did go Club Sport / track spec, I would make sure everything is reversible. And most of the interior is out anyway, so it kind of makes it a bit easier. And if you think about it, I've never done anything like that. I've never done a track car, I've never done a Club Sport spec car, I've never done anything like that. And to be honest, if I just put it back to standard and sort of did an OEM Plus build, it'd be pretty boring. So yeah, let me know down below which one you think I should do. Do I go OEM Plus or Club Sport / track? But that is where I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, and also subscribe. And also, once again, a massive thank you to Hatton Energy Motorsport and also Tyre Streets UK. Remember, if you want tyres, use code BB5. Other than that, I shall catch you guys very, very soon in a brand new video. Innit?
Yeah.
I hate myself.
Also because of you tires.
I'm glad I'm still recording that. That's got on the outtakes.